Hey everybody, welcome back to Buddy Spirits and Cigars. And we are at another lovely venue. First of all, we're going to say thank you to the Dawn. We appreciate it once again.
Thank you.
This is, I don't know if we like this better than 906 or not. I mean, it's just the kind of guy. I like it a lot.
I like it better.
Yeah, it's all related. Yeah.
But I'm there all the time. I like being here.
Sammy's back on the show with us. We're glad to have him. And we got some cigars that has been provided to us. And we'll talk about those here in just a little bit. We're going to get into the episode. And this has hit Fort Smith. And we're excited about it. Smoke Wagon, bottled and bond. Straight rye whiskey. So this is what we're going to be having on this episode. And I'm pretty excited about it. I've been wanting to try this.
I am too. I hollered at my friend Amanda that works at Four Corks. She called me, said they had some in. So thank you, Four Corks, Sam, Amanda, the crew. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Four Corks.
Go check them out. They have a good selection.
Yeah. And I also got some Elijah Craig from there. So we'll be doing that on an episode in the future as well. So
Do they have boons for Fletch?
bunch for fresh flesh.
They do.
What is your flavor of boones?
Mountain Berry.
Mountain Berry.
Come on.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Squirrel.
Let's get into the rye here. So I was on a live and got to actually speak with the gentleman that owns this, and got to ask him a question. And you know, our part of the country, we talk about it all the time about things being allocated, and you know, there'll be other parts of the nation that get stuff, and we're kind of on the back burner in a sense, the way it seems.
Yeah.
And I was asking him, I was like, hey, is this going to be allocated, or is it going to be like limited release type deal? We're going to be able to see it around? He's like, no, you should have plenty of access to it. You should be able to see it around. It should be something you can just go and grab, and not that big of a deal.
Good.
Well, there's a lot of us that like Smoke Wagon around here.
Yes.
I mean, they do a very fine job on their MGPs and everything. So this has hit Fort Smith. I know certain amounts of them have hit, and I think most of them are gone. However, be on the lookout because it's slowly coming in, but it's still something that is going to be around for you guys to enjoy. So it's got a great nose.
Yeah. Wonderful.
I'm
Very
a rye
sweet
fan.
too.
Yeah. It's got some good sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Pardon the mic. Gonna sneeze here in about probably 30 seconds. Right on. The first time I
It
ever
don't have that much of a hug though. I mean, it's
No.
100 proof.
No, it's
So
not.
it's not
Like the typical ryes that we generally have on the show. It's a little bit subdued, but it's still got a good bit of spice to it to me.
definitely a good bit of spice. You know, the first Smoke Wagon I had was actually pre-gaming for a wedding.
Oh yeah.
And it was probably, I don't know, 5 months ago. I didn't know what it was. And they didn't tell me what I was drinking. And I was just like, guys, what the hell is this? This is delicious. It was just with the black label.
Uncut unfiltered.
Yeah, that's probably what it was, yeah. And it was phenomenal. And this is definitely a little bit smoother, I think.
Yeah, and this, man, the sweetness is really
Yeah.
prominent on this. I mean, it's very forward for a rye. Almost
I
like
like
like a sweet rye bread kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a really good flavor.
It's one of those that could be dangerous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 100 proof, so
Yeah.
it's not gonna
It's a sipper.
bite your head off. That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good. Huh?
Yeah, I was very pleased. I picked it up Thursday before work and cracked it and took a nip before I went on, you know, because that's what you do when you get new stuff, and I'm very pleased with it.
Yeah, Fletch likes to throw down at least 4 or 5 bottles or something before his shift starts.
Yeah. Makes it a lot easier to deal with the public
Man, that is
in
really
your shit house.
There you go. Well, you know, sometimes they can be.
I always wanted our boss at EMS to allow us a 2-beer rule. 2 beers before we come on shift, 2 beers when we go off shift.
There you go.
They
Just about to
say,
why
did we not get that? My God.
I'm like, hey, complaints would go way down.
Stupid laws.
But,
Morale.
you know, funny how they frown on drinking and
Stupid-
driving ambulances.
Stupid laws.
You know,
said adulting stuff, you know. Well, you brought this. You want to start us off? I mean, I'm happy with it. I think what was the price point on that?
70-ish.
70. So that's worth $70. That is a great ride.
I am not upset at what I paid for it whatsoever. I would do it again.
Oh yeah.
At multiple times. So
Pardon my ignorance, though. The smoke wagon. Where is it originated?
well,
It's at Las Vegas.
Well, Las Vegas, yeah, that's where.
So is that where the water is from? They're using this in. I assume from that part of the world.
I don't think it's from the glacier.
do you think
No.
it's glacier, Las Vegas glacier?
It could be.
It's probably from an oasis in the desert with a bunch of mob victims' bodies buried around.
I mean,
it.
where I'm
That's why
going,
it's spicy.
where I'm going with that is, I mean, if anybody's ever been to Vegas, and most of us have, you drink the tap water there, and it almost makes you want to gag.
Well, it's because it's spicy from all the Italian
Yeah,
monsters buried in the desert
right.
around the water table.
Well, I mean, all the water out there just has a
Still
really,
influencing.
really a lot of sulfur, I guess,
Why
in
does
the
this
water.
taste like pepperoni?
So to make such a good freaking,
it's because
alcohol
Jimmy Candles is
is
buried
amazing.
right there.
I don't know. I was like, are they bringing their water in from somewhere else, or I don't know. It's just a good question to ask, but it is amazing how well it's distilled, and it's just
I'm
absolutely.
sure
phenomenal.
it's ultra filtered.
Oh yeah, it has to be.
But at the same time, you know, they are. I don't know where all their sources are from as far as where they get the various barrels to come up with their MGPs, but he done a great job.
Damn, that's good.
That is a really good ride. I'm a fan. I think you done great. I'm gonna have to get one.
I'm gonna go because I'm a little biased because I am a huge Smoke Wagon fan.
Right.
The only thing I don't have are some of the ones they have that have the medallions on them. I don't have any of those. They're kind of limited and they've come and gone. But I have every other Smoke Wagon. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna go with 375.
That's right. 5-point scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's for I'm good with the price, the quality of the pour, the flavor, the heat, everything works for me.
Yeah. What say ye, Spicy?
3.5.
3.5. Did you find it spicy at all?
A little bit, but not,
Little on the back of the palate, like a typical rye, but smooth enough to not be as bad as toothpaste.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Yes.
explain things in your terms here.
I do like that, yeah.
You do like that.
Well, I think, to me, I get a little bit of spice off the front of it. It's very sweet, in my opinion, and I don't think it has much heat.
No, it doesn't have a lot.
And I think it's one of those that you could probably drink 3 or 4 of these really fast, and
Even though
regret
it's
your decisions
higher,
a little bit later. Yeah,
even though it's higher proof
higher.
than that Pendleton, which was super smooth and easy drinking, I think this is just as easy drinking
Which
or
am I
really
still?
close.
Am I still the first guest to ever pour
Yeah.
another round?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, if you were ever the first, you'll always be the first.
You're right.
There'll
Am I the
never-
only one
There'll
since?
never be another first.
Am I the only one since?
Yeah,
All right,
Yeah.
that's
good.
kind of how that works.
Proud of that.
No, you're not the only one. Since.
I easily.
We did we got more Willet at 906.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I think
That
that
was really tasty.
you guys are too cruel. I give that a 4 out of 5 for sure. Definitely solid 4.
I'm gonna go 375. I think it's great. It's really sweet. That's probably one of the sweeter ryes, other than something that's been aged in like a port wine barrel or something like that. But as far as a straight rye whiskey, that's probably one of the sweeter ones that I've ever had.
I'm really the price
It's
point.
really good.
The price point is so good on it too. That almost gives it a 0.25 additional right there.
Yeah,
That's not going to break the bank. And that's a good bottle.
yeah, it is.
I
And
mean,
their bottles always look good too. Their presentation on
Yeah.
their bottles is really nice.
It's a beautiful bottle.
Yeah.
I think it's good. So 375 for me as well. So that's our rating on the Smoke Wagon rye. Just came out, just hit Fort Smith.
I got it
starting to see
Thursday.
it more in bourbon groups as well. So it's starting to hit other parts of the nation as well. So yeah, we're fans. We
Yeah,
definitely
for
give
sure.
that a stamp of approval. So the cigar, what are we doing here with this? What is this?
well, this is the arrival. It'll be at 906 very soon. It is actually one of the first cigars launched by Ken Hamlin Anybody's an Arkansas Razorback fan, he was a great there. Played for Seattle, played for the Cowboys, so he will always
The Hammer.
he will always be a Cowboy. I don't care about the Seattle team he played for. But it's one of his first blends, and he's told me that they will have more coming out in the future. But Fletch knows a little bit more about the breakdown of the tobaccos, maybe.
So I got to meet Ken at Open Door Cigars in Fayetteville at an event. Shout out to Brian and Randy, the guys in Fayetteville. If you're in Fayetteville, go to Open Door. Anyway, got to meet Ken. He's a great guy. He teamed up with La Aurora, and he wanted to call it the Hammer originally because that was his nickname as a football player. And everybody kind of, tried to dissuade him from that. It ended up with the Arrival. And the story behind that is, for him, his arrival, he's on scene, he's doing work, he's there. That was kind of his thing. It's a Nicaraguan wrapper. It's got Nicaraguan, Brazilian, and Dominican fillers. I couldn't find any information on the binder. It's a medium to full. This is a Robusto. It's a 550. I think it's a very solid smoke. We've had him at 906 once. We're going to have an event with him for the Arrival cigars in the future, so be on the lookout for
I picked up a little bit of spice off the light. That went away. I got some woodiness, and it's kind of
a little. I'm a little pepper, a little white.
Yeah,
pepper
I'm not
maybe.
halfway through it yet, so I really can't tell what happens through there. But there's a lot going on in it.
I agree. As soon as we lit it up, that spice was very prominent, and it has since died down. I mean, I haven't really knocked any ash. I'm about, not about half an inch or so into it, and it's really mild.
And that's typical of Nicaraguan tobacco.
Yes.
So
Get that off.
and the Brazilian filler's going to do a little bit of that too.
So I like it. I think it's a good cigar.
Yeah.
He's definitely on the right track.
And it's not so strong that it's overpowering the rye. Even though the rye is sweet, it's actually complementing it pretty well. So there's not any fighting going on between them.
Anytime you have that Brazilian tobacco too, you kind of get a little saltiness, a little more earthiness, because it's just
it kind of helps offset the sweet a little bit.
Absolutely. You're right. They kind of counteract each other. This dries your mouth out a little bit, and this sweetens it up a little bit.
When we talk about fighting, the cigars and the whiskeys fighting, this fight, as far as salty versus sweet, is a good fight. It's something that helps offset so that you can drink more and you can smoke more.
Yeah.
But Ken, great job. Thank you to 906 and Winston's letting us have an exclusive first taste of this, and we appreciate that for sure. You guys got to look for this at 906. Is Winston's going to have it too, or just 906? For now?
Well, right now, the amount we have, we're going to send to 906.
Okay. So 906, go check them out. We're great friends with those people. I mean, we're
going to have it in a Robusto, a Toro, and then
it's a Grand Toro. The Toro's a 50 and the Grand Toro's a 52 ring gauge.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but
great friends of them and our family, and man, they're so accommodating, and I think we make a great team. We have a great time anytime we're down there. Winston's as well. If 906 is closed, Winston's is open, has their cigars and stuff there, pipes, accessories. I mean, that's the place to go.
For the pipe smokers.
Evening time, go to 906. That's where to go. So that's our review on the Smoke Wagon rye and the Arrival cigar. And I think it's a great combination. So be looking for these around Fort Smith. They're coming out soon. The rye's here. The cigars will be coming out soon. What do you think, guesstimation wise, when they'll be?
An event?
I'll have them downtown next week in the humidor for the event. That's kind of up in the air still.
Fletch makes his order, and we send it down there.
Perfect.
I imagine
I'll have it there by Wednesday.
Perfect. So check out 906. Go get some of the Arrival. And what's the price point on this before we go?
the price point is going to vary between probably after taxes and stuff like that, $11 to $18 range. That area, 11 to 20.
That's a good $11 stick.
Yeah.
So obviously the bigger the cigar, the more tobacco, the more the cost.
And
common sense.
La Aurora too. I mean,
Yeah.
big chocolate.
Oh, Aurora,
Yeah. So thank you for joining us on this episode. We appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys.